The uncomfortable truth about building wealth is that most people are looking in the wrong direction. Nearly half of millionaires built their net worth through business ownership, yet very few of those businesses look impressive from the outside. They are not venture-backed startups. They are not influencer brands. They are not crypto plays or viral e-commerce stores. They are repetitive, necessary, operationally dull services that generate predictable cash flow every single month. While most people chase scale before stability, the quiet operators focus on cash flow before excitement. That difference compounds. Harry learned this the hard way. At 32, he wasn't broke in a dramatic way. He had a stable job as an operations coordinator, earning $3,419 per month after tax. He had a paid-off hatchback and $863 in savings. On paper, he was fine. In reality, he was stuck. He had tried the flashy routes, a drop-shipping store that barely touched triple digits in profit, a crypto phase that shrank $1,500 into $412, a clothing brand that left him with unsold inventory collecting dust in his hallway. Each attempt shared the same fatal flaw: unpredictable income. Revenue spikes followed by silence, hype without stability, energy without cash landing consistently in his account. The shift happened when he encountered a simple idea. Most real millionaires are self-employed owners of what were described as dull, normal businesses. Repair shops, storage units, local services. Businesses people use repeatedly without emotion. That idea felt almost offensive at first. He had been searching for leverage in clever positioning and online arbitrage. Instead, the data pointed toward repetition and necessity. So he reframed the experiment. Instead of asking, "What could scale fast?" he asked, "What survives long enough to compound?" The first move was a laundromat 15 minutes from his apartment. It wasn't beautiful. The machines were dated. The owner wanted to retire. The business generated roughly $4,200 per month in net income. The price tag was $198,000. Harry didn't have the capital, so he structured the deal with a modest down payment of $27,000, partly from selling his car and partly through a credit line, while the owner financed the remainder over 7 years. Month 1 produced a modest $1,317 in take-home cash flow after expenses and loan payments. It was not life-changing, but it was autonomous. It did not require extra hours at his job. By month 6, after minor operational upgrades, card readers, small price increases, a simple subscription pass, cash flow rose above $2,100. No viral growth, just directional improvement. The pattern became clearer with vending machines. The laundromat had waiting time. Waiting time created impulse purchases. He purchased a used vending machine for $2,371, placed it strategically, then added 3 more in complementary locations. The profit was small at first, just over $1,000 monthly, but stable. After optimizing product selection and placement, the route surpassed $2,400 per month. Laundry generated foot traffic. Vending monetized idle minutes. Systems layered on top of systems. The third move required more courage: self-storage. Rather than buying outright, he partnered with a landowner who disliked operations. Harry contributed capital and operational management. The partner contributed land and construction. As occupancy grew, his share of stabilized cash flow approached $1,600 monthly. At that point, his combined business income exceeded $6,000 per month. It quietly surpassed his salary. What changed was not just income, it was perspective. He realized the specific industry mattered less than the behavioral economics underneath. All three businesses shared three structural advantages. First, customers paid regularly without being chased. Clean clothes, storage needs, recurring consumption habits. Second, the purchase decision carried low emotional drama. A $12 wash or a $1.79 snack requires little deliberation. Third, the operator could eventually control or own the underlying asset: machines, units, routes, land. The remaining categories he studied reinforced the same framework. Local car washes require upfront equipment investment, but generate habitual traffic. Pest control and similar recurring services lock customers into monthly routes. Property management scales by adding doors under management, each producing modest but consistent fees. None of these businesses are glamorous. All of them are operationally demanding. But they convert necessity into repetition and repetition into predictability. Over 6 years, the accumulation was unremarkable year to year, but undeniable over time. The laundromat appreciated as debt amortized. The vending route, valued at a multiple of earnings, became a sellable asset. The storage partnership built equity through occupancy growth. Retained profits flowed into index funds and modest property ownership. By 38, Harry's net worth crossed 7 figures. There was no explosive exit, no headline moment, just stacked, low-drama cash flow compounding quietly. The deeper lesson is not about laundromats or vending machines specifically. It is about resisting the urge to equate innovation with profitability. Most wealth is built through control of predictable systems, not participation in speculative trends. The marketplace rewards reliability. It rewards operators who can tolerate monotony long enough to let the math work. If you want to replicate the principle, start smaller than your ego prefers. Study businesses for sale in your local area with real operating histories. Evaluate whether customers pay monthly without persuasion. Determine whether pricing decisions are frictionless. Analyze whether ownership of the underlying asset increases your leverage over time. Then execute patiently. The first $1,300 per month will not feel transformative. But stacked over months, then years, it becomes structural change. The market does not care about excitement. It rewards consistency. If you can stomach repetition, track simple dashboards, improve small inefficiencies, and resist chasing the next shiny opportunity, you are already aligned with how most quiet millionaires actually build wealth. Own boring. Serve needs. Stack predictable cash flow. Let time compound what hype never will.